My name is Phyllis Logan, and I play Mrs. Hughes in Downton Abbey.
And my name is Jim Carter, and I play Mr. Carson in Downton Abbey.
If that doesn't confuse them, nothing will. Hello, my name's Jim Carter, and I play Mr. Carson the butler in Downton Abbey.
And I'm Phyllis Logan, and I play Mrs. Hughes, the housekeeper in Downton Abbey.
So, Jim and Phyllis, are you glad to be back in Downton Abbey Series 5?
Oh, yes.
We're nearly finished, actually, on Saturday morning. This is what day is it today? Wednesday. On Saturday, we finished filming Series 5. 6 months. We started in
Sunday,
February.
actually. It finishes on Sunday.
Yeah, but we finish.
Yeah,
you and I,
we
sweetheart.
Yeah, that's all that matters.
This is like what we're like off stage. You see, yeah. She corrects me. Yeah, it's been fantastic. It's been a long time since February. 6 months filming. Been quite hard work.
It was a bit of a shocker seeing the episode 1 because I'd forgotten everything that happened.
Absolutely,
just about.
Yeah.
And what can you tell us about Series 5? What kind of juicy
Absolutely nothing.
details?
What are you talking about? We can't tell you a thing. We can give you little hints.
Time's moved on a bit, yeah. There's a Labour government which causes Mr. Carson a certain amount of dismay. Mr. Carson, not being a natural liberal, you might have detected, desperate to keep back the tides of progress. But otherwise the same shenanigans with romance and heartbreak and heartache.
Upstairs and downstairs and secrets and things developing in not a very nice way with certain members of our downstairs.
We're trying to say something without saying anything here, because we want you to watch it.
We've seen a teaser photo and it looks like the two of you are having a bit of an argument. Is that fair to say?
That was off screen. Remember that, didn't you? You headbutted me.
Were we having an argument? Were we? We might have been. No, well, you see, Mrs. Hughes is very good at keeping Mr. Carson sort of grounded in a way. You know, when he can't cope, she gently helps him to cope.
She won't let him get away with too much of his silliness. You know, she does. You know, say, "Come along, you mustn't adopt that attitude. It's not becoming to you." So she will.
Because if you think about it, I mean, you know, we're both top dogs downstairs, and there's no one for us to. We don't have any friends really, apart from each other, because we've got similar status downstairs. There's no one else I can share problems with, or that I can even unburden a little bit to, apart
and we
from
have
you.
confided in one another of our past and our, and also our aspirations and feelings about things to a certain extent. We do confide in each other. I suppose for me, I've got Mrs. Patmore as well, who's become, when you think back to season 1 when we were at Loggerheads, Mrs. Hughes and Mrs. Patmore have become allies now, which is lovely. So I suppose she has a female friend.
Simpatico.
Yeah.
Tell me, could there be a hint of romance between the two of you?
Romance for Carson and Mrs. Hughes moves at a glacial pace. It's not speed dating. Shall we put it that way?
Like this.
Yeah, we progress in a stately fashion. Whether it can I use the word consummated? No, I can't.
No,
whether it comes to fruition,
develops
whether it develops happily or not, we're not at liberty to divulge.
5 years in, this could be the year, couldn't it?
And for God's sake, there's glacial and glacial.
I know, it's a bit like Guys and Dolls, Nathan Detroit, been engaged for, 14 years.
There's a few shock storylines this year as well. We've got Lady Edith giving birth outside of wedlock.
I know.
A few other dramatic tales. Do you think there's a risk at putting off some members of the audience? Or do you think the audience really should be a bit of scandal?
No, I don't think it would put people off. I think they like intrigue, they like scandal. We have to wait to see whether it becomes, a well-known fact or whether, it stays within the confines of... But yes, it's a bit of a shocker in those days. But I think, because, I think she and Gregson had a real love story going on. So I think, people can more readily accept it that way rather than she's just a bit of an old slapper who would...
She used those words about Lady Edith.
No, I'm sorry, I don't mean that. But you know what I mean. She was caught in a love story with a nice man, and if all had gone well, which it might still do, who knows? But anyway, so...
A lot of new members of the cast joining. We've got Sue Johnson. How's that been to work with her?
Oh, dreadful.
Yeah.
She's a cracker.
Yeah, it's good to... Sue and I worked together on a film called Brassed Off, and haven't seen a lot of each other since, so it's lovely to catch up with her again. And she's just fits right in, doesn't she? She just
perfect.
Slipped on her Downton slippers and made herself right at home, so that's brilliant.
And she's a class act.
Yeah, she is a class act.
And a lot of other big names joining this year as well. How is that to have loads of new
it's nice.
faces?
We had Richard E. Grant.
Richard E. Grant. Did you see him? Did you work with him?
No, I didn't. Of course
Because he
not.
was always upstairs,
don't
you see. The downstairs people
but you
never
must
get to
have
meet.
served him some wine at some
I
point.
poured wine for Richard E. Grant, yes, and got very little of it on his sleeve. No, great. I mean, it's always a treat to have people coming in, and they seem to enjoy it as well. And it's fresh blood for us to feed on.
What do you make of the obsession with Downton Abbey? There's such a massive following. Even celebrities like Kanye West, Kim Kardashian are said to be obsessed with the show. What do you make of that?
Well, you see, I think you're probably asking, certainly in my case, the wrong person, because I think you've got to do sort of social media and things like that to know about that. But as I don't do any of that stuff, I'm not too aware of any of it. I mean, you're aware of it in your daily life because we get recognised, and well, these eyebrows and this nose, I get recognised a lot, which is an unfamiliar feeling.
You can take them off now.
But the rest of it, I mean, I hear people do books made of cats or knitted things and all that, but...
Candles with our faces on them.
That passes me by somewhat.
It passes me by as well, because I'm not on social media.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about the Christmas episode? We know it was up in Northumberland this year at Alnwick Castle. Was it nice to move location? Sometimes you do it in Scotland. Was it nice to move?
Well, I didn't. No, being the housekeeper, I stay in the house. But we can't.
I think it was great, and I mean everybody was so welcoming up there, and it's I think everyone had a fabulous time.
Yeah, sounds like it.
And and it's a change of location is great. It's, we go to some lovely places. We go out to Bampton, the village at Bampton, and. Oxfordshire and places. Yeah, it's lovely.
And just finally, if there's one thing you could tell us about Series 5 to encourage us to watch, what would it be?
Oh.
We listened to the wireless. It might not sound dramatic to you, but it was pretty exciting to us. Tune in.
We look forward to it. Listen, lovely to speak to you today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.